Let's go, buddy. I'm heading out in 5.
Get the hell out of there! That's private! Just let me leave already.
What do you think I'm doing?
What up, man? How we doing today, sir? Oh, this is the owner. Oh, fuck.
Hey, it's Paige.
What's the boss doing here? What? Hello, sir? Can you hear me? Oh, you want me to... Yes, nigga. I can call you, sir. Hello, sir. Oh, shit. Muscle spasm. My fault, sir. Muscle spasm. What's going on here? Huh. My network? Hold on. I could just call him off of Discord. Hello, sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Okay. That took a little second. That's my fault.
I felt like I forgot how to play the game for a second.
Really?
I mean, yeah, on my side, I've my AirPod case died, so I
Oh,
can't charge
shit.
them. So I'm over here trying to use my headsets for the first time in like months, and
Damn.
then going a different route to get to the party, you know. So I'm gonna try to
Yeah.
get another set of those because it's so much easier. I can just be on my phone and just have my AirPods on and freaking do what I gotta do. My headsets are dope, but they're uncomfortable too. They start to squeeze like the side of my ears all day.
Yeah, my headsets be hurting my head, too.
I noticed that, bro. And by the end of the day, because I'd be playing for 10 hours,
Oh, yeah.
um, and then my head's like hurting all the time. I'm like, bro, I figured it out because there's all this pressure around my ears for hours. But with the AirPods, it's not like that. Just gotta deal with radiation or something, I guess. Whatever.
Yeah.
be a zombie apocalypse before I have to worry about that. Let's see. Okay, so I was going to stop in and do some training with you on this, so that way you can take over. So this way, once you're set up as someone who can run it, then you can also have the ability to the ability to hire. Well, the process would for you would be to interview, then hire, and then train.
That'll be lit.
So, see, most RPs don't do that. Once that starts happening, now there's like layers going to this. So, with the first 5 people, 7 people that are in here now, plus maybe some other ones that are still maybe coming from my other RP, and then new people, the next batch of new people will add like another layer to the RP.
I mean, I think you heard it. I've been trying to get motherfuckers in here all the time, bro.
Yeah, that was funny, bro. I just happened to jump into recruit on my day off, and then I hear someone be like, yo, you want to join the dopest RP? Go ahead, yeah, here, hit up this guy. And then I was like, whoa. And I literally was just about to dispatch, so I just dispatched. So I'm like, all right, like, the metaverse or Rockstar, this game be like that, bro, where it's like, there's like synchronicities that happen. You know what synchronicities are?
I do not know.
Bro, synchronicities. Like, maybe if I say it differently, I'm sure you're going to know, but like the word synchronicity is tight because basically...
Is it like synchronizations?
Yeah,
like
most
people...
people... Well, some people...
I know what syncing is, like syncing shit
yeah,
together.
Okay. Yeah, okay, right? So basically what people say is that instead of calling something luck, there's actually a purpose-driven reason for things that seem to be luck. Bad luck or good luck, actually, when you get down to it. But people who believe in purpose have a belief a lot of the times that in your daily life, things will happen in your life and in humans' lives. So it's like a phenomenon, right? Where it's not just your life, but it's like everybody's life.
Yeah.
They could literally tell you that things happen in a way that almost seem like scripted in your life.
Right.
Things that happen that are like little breadcrumbs, like go this direction, don't go that direction, like open doors and closed doors. Like someone's actually aware of what's going on with you and your life and synchronizing conversations. Another terminology that people use are called divine appointments, where conversations don't happen for no reason, but they happen for a reason. And it's to literally help direct people through their path on this life. It's a trip, bro. It's like we're all actors in this movie, but surrounded by one director and writer of the movie who knows everything before it happens like a script. But then as the actors in this movie, we're going through it like a video game where you get to make many choices all day long. You open your eyes and you begin to make many choices, and those direct you through your day. Your day directs you through your week directs you through your month turns into years turn into your lifetime. So if you just break down to micro choices, because I used to want to make bad choices because I thought that was cool. It seemed like they were promoting to me if I was a gangster, then I would end up with like money and girls and on MTV in my age bracket. And then we started finding out that wasn't how it worked at all. It was just a full-on like propaganda thing. They propped up a couple gangsters and a couple wannabe gangsters and made them all look like if you just go live the gangster life, you'll end up having money and like mansions. None of that. And then at some point we all grew up, we're like, wait a second, the dude that's rapping about the hood isn't even in the hood. He's in his mansion. He's not. He's a studio gangster. Was he even in a gangster? Was he ever a gangster? Some of them were. Some of them weren't. Either way, bro, my thought, people weren't teaching me at a young age like, yo, your decisions will actually amount to you either living a good life or a bad life straight up. So I started checking that out, and I was like 17 when I started catching on to this stuff. My probation officer told me to read this book. I don't even really read books, bro, but I actually checked this book out because it was real easy, real small, nothing crazy. And as soon as I started reading it, I liked what I was getting. But I don't really read books, but this book was like, bro, like not even that much.
You're talking
not even
about
that long.
IRL right now, right?
Yeah.
Okay, I was just
so, yeah. Well, see, what I do is I do real life RP. So I do realistic gameplay. Like right now, you're an avatar, but you're a real person. I'm not talking to no NPC. It's like a
Right.
phone call, but we've got like the virtual world around us right now. So in real life, I'd be having this conversation, which is literally what we're talking about. That every day I can show you.
Oh
Did I ever
yeah,
explain to you,
nah,
Trip out? Did I ever say that to you, bro? Where I said look around you and find something. Did I ever say that to you?
I don't think so.
Okay, we're gonna have fun with this one. It all
Okay.
makes sense to everything I'm talking about, bro. Just if you can follow, check this out. This will blow your mind, and I guarantee you, it's like a back pocket piece of nugget, golden nugget that you could use
Golden
for
nugget
yourself.
information.
Yes, bro.
Hell yeah.
That you
Let
can
me
use for
hear.
yourself,
Yes, sir.
and that you can have to show to share with other people, and you'll trip, bro. So if you look around you right now in this video game, even let alone in real life, ironically, what we just talked about, this is crazy, bro. Look around us in this video game. So what we're looking for are things that are made by humans. Okay, so what happens right now is this question I just asked you is very simple. It doesn't matter what color skin you are, if you're male or female, or if you think you're something else. It doesn't matter what planet you think you're from, or if you think you're on a planet, if it's circle or flat. It doesn't matter if you celebrate Christmas or not, bro. I just asked you a simple question, and it's find stuff that's made by humans, right? Because there's a lot of weird things going on. People believing in a lot of weird stuff right now, and they
Yeah.
might be like, oh, well, guess what? I asked those kind of people this same question, and you can't mess this up. And even when
Okay.
people try to be goofy and try, bro, you can't. So look around you. Look at something that's made by humans, right?
This mat right here.
Yep. Okay, so we'll just take that one for example, let alone all the stuff we're surrounded by that's
we're
made by
surrounded
humans.
by shit, yeah.
Okay, and it starts to make you kind of understand how much we actually don't even have contact with the earth below us because we're constantly on shoes or socks and on concrete, pavement, carpet. But when we touch the freaking trees, bro, do you know today I stood in the freaking park, bro, and talked to a tree and it responded. That shiznit is real. But that's a side note. Have you seen that lately? On like anything TikTok or Instagram, bro?
Yeah, I've seen like some phenomenon
You can
and shit. Like I
do you
mean I
can
really pay attention to that shit, especially
okay,
on
trip
like
out on this.
apps and shit.
Go ahead. No, I'm gonna give you one right here, bro. I just saw this happen, and I was in the park. We went to go shoot ball, take my dog to the park, big old
Yeah.
bulldog, and these trees are just bomb in this park. And I wanted to show my lady because I just remembered, bro. I just saw this. We walk over to a tree. You can stand kind of close to where the limbs are. We were standing against the wind, the opposite direction, and you can
Right.
say to this tree, tree, I see you and I know you see me. Go ahead and touch me. I want you to go ahead and I want to feel your leaves on my skin, bro. The tree will bend towards you and touch you, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Don't forget it. Go try it, bro. That's an extra little nugget. That
No,
wasn't even the one I'm gonna give.
I'm
That wasn't
definitely
even
gonna-
that. This happened today for me, bro. And then we both tried it like 3 times, and it was blowing. It pulled against the wind. Like the tree branch pulled. It was going the opposite direction to touch my freaking head, bro.
Oh,
It's
so
just
y'all
weird.
took
Like,
extra precaution and everything. Just to
yeah, I'm
make
not
sure.
messing around. I'm not, bro. I'm from the streets. I can't stand no fake. Like people try to tell fake stories. I'm not into that. Bro, I've got stories about Bigfoot, real life Bigfoot stories,
No,
and I'm not
yeah.
joking. I'm not a liar, bro. I'm all
No,
about the
yeah.
truth,
I
and I'm
feel
not
that.
about stretching. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so all right, here, let's go back to this real quick. So, this mat right here was made by a human. We could pretty much agree, regardless of what you believe or anything. That's just common sense.
Yeah,
It's
that's-
facts, bro.
yeah, that's
That's
a
truth
fact.
for everybody, right?
Yeah, that's
A
a fact.
human made that. Now, somebody might say, well, it was made by a robot, right? A machine in a
Okay,
factory.
but a
Okay,
person
well, a
made that
human
robot.
had to make that. That's even
Yeah.
another step deep. So we'll just keep it simple. And we're back to the humans that designed this. And how do we know this? Let's go ahead and
Well, I
take this
mean-
and like, right? Okay, so here's how it goes. You find something that was made by a human,
Yeah.
but I need you to find something that was made for no reason and no purpose.
No reason, no purpose. That's hard.
So like
That's actually really
on the back,
that's like a really hard thing to do though. You know?
yeah, look around you. There might be something small, like something small that somebody made for no reason and no purpose. But here's the weird part. What would you call it?
What do you mean? What would I call it?
What would you call something that somebody made for no reason and no purpose?
Useless?
Nothing. It's impossible.
Right.
Everything.
That's what I
Listen
was
to the
gonna
word,
say.
bro. It just gives me chills. The word everything can be exaggerated, but I'm saying everything made by humans was made for a reason and a purpose, down to the smallest thing you can find around you in real life right now, bro.
Yeah.
Let alone we're in a game, okay? So the smallest of things by humans were made for a reason and a purpose. So we can't find even one, because we don't even know what to call it, because everything that humans make, they actually label it with a name because it has a
Yeah,
description
everything
and a
has a
meaning
name,
and
yeah.
okay, right? Okay, now check this out. Let's look at things that aren't made by humans. Well, there's something right here. There is something in the store. It's not made by humans.
Yeah, these fruits,
Now, somebody
the
might say
pineapples and the
we've
bananas and shit.
genetically modified, blah, blah. I'm not into that, right? I'm talking like
Yeah.
legit. We can agree that
That's
those are
fresh.
not made by
Those are
freaking
fresh.
humans, bro.
Yeah.
Okay, now, let's say we're talking now that somebody must have made this for no reason.
But that's not true because
That's not true at
it's
all.
not made
Somebody...
by the earth made that, so not even people, so animals, like wild
I'm gonna
animals can like eat and feed and fucking survive.
So we're gonna say essentially everything that's not made by man. Watch, if you walk outside and you look up at these stars and these trees and
These
everything not
clouds.
made by man.
Yeah.
Okay, well, guess what, bro? We're in a giant terrain that somebody made perfect for humans, not by accident. You are not made by humans. You were made by the same person that made this tree, and it's a person. It doesn't matter what color or where you're from. This is common sense, bro. Look at how can you look at this piece of concrete right here and say that humans definitely did this for a reason and a purpose. Look, there's like circles right here. Bro, trip out on that. There's these little circles like there used to be bars in the concrete. You see that?
Oh no, yeah.
I never
that's
noticed it,
actually- I
right?
never
That's good.
noticed that
Okay.
neither. What the fuck?
So that didn't happen for no reason, bro. It's like there used to be freaking bike racks or a bar here and they chopped them down. And then in the game, somebody's like, hey, let's switch it up and add a little detail to the concrete and make it look even more realistic. Because I'm working my ass off here at this video game place to make this video game look real. So we're going to add little chopped up freaking bars because the bars weren't working out here. And that's real life. Because they were told to go to the real life cities and look around and map stuff out. Okay, anyways, this tree, I'm convinced that the same being that made you and made me made this tree and put us in an entire put it in an entire terrain. This tree, this grass, this bush, right? You can tell the difference between the pavement.
You know what I think
But the
about
point
a lot?
is, yeah, go ahead.
Who was the first person that was like, let's go build a building? You know, because it's like everything was like this, right? Grass, dirt, trees. Didn't even matter if it was a big ass tree, a little tree, a bush. Like everything was just terrain. And then motherfucker was like, let's go make something so we can go like do shit, you know? Like that to me that's just crazy. Like
I think about
let's
that.
go build a
Like
house
roads.
so we can fucking like get away from all the stuff that's fucking us up. Let's go build a road so we actually know
The
where
roads
we're
are
going.
crazy. Like, think of how long some roads are. People just were out in the middle of the desert
For
in
no
different
reason,
places,
just making roads.
building a road.
I mean, not
Well,
even
now
for
they
no
do
reason.
have a
It is
reason,
for
though.
a reason.
No, right? That's a good point.
That's exactly.
That's the thing. It's a trippy thing to say this, right? To people who, here's why. People are not taught. Now, whether it's other people or you or me, because here's what happens. Like, we could wake up tomorrow and have like a reset in our brain where we're just like, what's our purpose? What's our reason, bro? Like, I just don't get it. Like, all this stuff's happening in my life. I really want this to happen. Okay, well, think about that, though. You're the being questioning your reason almost daily, but yet you can wake up and look around you and find that everything has a purpose and everything has a reason. So that's why I'm giving to you this nugget, basically, because you can use it to remind yourself of that very purpose, which then will excite you to look for your reason and purpose in every little detail and every little choice. Because again, synchronicities, bro, are pretty much little messages sent from the creator who created you to lead you down your path. And when you start to respond to the creation or the creator, sorry. So when you talk to the creator, like I talk to the tree, right? You could talk to God and be like, hey God, thank you for, bro, I always start my day off. If I don't, I'm slipping, bro. So the idea is to start your day off.
I always end
right?
the night with, dear Lord, may I borrow another day.
So I'm saying go with the morning time. Show me where you want me to go. Lead me through this direction. Like, direct me, guide me, teach me, show me what you want me to learn today. Because now that's getting orders from headquarters at the beginning of the day. It's like
them chills are
getting
hitting, them chills are hitting.
Bro, this is fire. This has changed my life. I literally watched the creator of this universe. Bro, I can talk to God and he will respond with little either conversations like this or signs. And the word signs, that's what I'm saying, are synchronicities. You can pray for God to direct you throughout the day, and you'll be going.
It's almost
and
like
manifestation. Yeah, it is. Now, here's why you're manifesting it, because you're actually aware of it now. See, we were standing here before, and you may not have separated the grass from the pavement. between the humans and the God that created us. Your brain might have like washed over that, but because we're putting our focus there. So my point is, tomorrow when you wake up and your brain is being distracted by thoughts that are coming from the outside, or from your own, right?
Yeah.
This is the time that you can slow your thoughts down and then focus in on the fact that you literally are a human being that is much more important than the friggin' building or the pavement or the car, because that's all made for the human beings. It's like we're an animal of some creator made an animal that it wanted to hang out with, and actually it says that God created humans so he could hang out with us. So the most important relationship, exactly, bro. That's real hell, is not being around the creator who created you, and that's why it feels that way at times here. You feel distant, yeah, because humans make you feel that way. You can sometimes not trust your own family. Sometimes the Bible teaches that. Yeah. The Bible teaches that, bro. Cain and Abel, like the first, right there. That's the example. So not everybody, it's the world is that way, and that's why we would never know what quote unquote heaven is if we didn't get a taste of hell. Like, how would you appreciate and not complain about heaven if everything was perfect and you never experienced at least a dip in the water of what narcissists can be?
There is something that said in the book that Cain was marked with some marking that like made him basically immortal and shit like that. So it's like it's even worse than hell, because he has to build connections and then lose those connections, and then build relationships and lose those relationships and all that other shit.
Yeah, they're like predestined. So
yeah,
that's kind of, I'm actually at that point now, which is trippy. When I was first starting to think about the idea that maybe predestination is a thing, it was like telling this NPC that you're just walking in circles, bro. You're a computer. And then if they could understand that, they would get a little frustrated. But because they aren't able to understand that, they're fine. They love doing what they're doing, because this is what they were meant to do if they had a brain, right?
This is their purpose.
Yeah, but for humans, we don't want to be NPCs, and when we do become those, that's where the disconnect happens. But when we start thinking critically for ourselves and looking around and questioning things, this is why they try to raise us in boring buildings, right?
I'm gonna have to stay around you a lot more. This conversation, like, just this conversation helps, bro.
Yep. Well, on that note, bro, I'm very much, but just so you know, though, I'm very much like this, and then some days I don't even want to be on the game. Like, I don't even want to. I look at the game and I'm like,
I need
my.
You'll be at your house all day, or you'll be, chilling in some Imani circle at the at the fucking whatchamacallit, the fucking
department, or up in the mountains.
The department and shit. And I'd be like, man, it's like, I want some interaction with him. I want to go hang out with him, but he don't want to. He's not on the game.
No,
so I'm like,
No, you're gonna want to. The way exactly. That's what I want everybody to do, because most RPs, that's the way it's run. Where if the owner's not there, nobody themselves know what to do, and then everybody feels that way, and they're all like, "Well, now we're just gonna crash out." Literally, that's common.
I feel, because it's like, for me, I'm not gonna
that you're gonna crash out, but I'm not saying that.
No, I'm not gonna crash out. Like, that's one thing I'll never do. Is if anything worse comes to worse, I'll just leave and go crash out.
Yeah, you go somewhere else. Go to this open lobbies before they're right there. 2 seconds away.
It's like the stuff that, for me, because I don't want to like go do something without you knowing it. Like, I don't want to go re-up and send you 20K without me telling you, hey.
No, definitely don't do that. Yeah.
Yeah. So it's like on the days that I need to re-up or shit like that, it's like, man. But then
here's the thing. So that's real life, bro. Yeah, exactly. That's how I do this. And to me, this is like, this is like a metaverse for me. So I'm going to tell you, and I'm going to tell everybody else how I do this. Where, so you guys are like the first 5 or so, and then I'm going to go bring in like another 5, and it takes me time to get each person, because even if one person knows 5 people, I still am taking one person at a time. I don't bring people in together. It takes even longer, bro. Sometimes the homies are like, yo, I can explain it all, and you just run us through it, and it's not how I'm doing that. So I don't have a problem, because I just did this in my last RP, doing exactly what I'm doing for 30 people, to where they did not leave for months. So it was worth it. Once I got done with it, bro, I got to just play for months and have no crash outs. So I'm working towards that. But for right now, you guys are like my first employees at my business. You're the first ones I got hired, and now I'm about to hire another batch of employees, and maybe some of them are coming from another location that I worked at, and they already know me, but they got to like now they're working under me as instead of the assistant manager, I'm the owner now, right? So there's even training for them. Like the cartel are trying to get a hold of me, and they've got like 10 of them, bro, consistently. Or if they do the same thing, they'll disappear for like a week or two, but when they come back freaking doing it right for a couple days straight. So it's fine. But and they run their businesses, bro. It's fire. So the only thing is that it's a large group of them, and they just need to know the difference between where we were and what we're doing. Because what I'm doing is more. I was in there as the vice president.
Yeah. With
the demeanor of the owner, but telling everybody. Nobody had it confused. He's the owner. I'm just a second. It was always the second. You know, and
right,
I'm like the disciplinary guy. Like, I'm the bad guy. I'm the bad cop.
You're the one that's like, you know what? Just because you're doing that, you need to get the fuck out of here. And
yeah, exactly. I'm the bad cop.
That's everybody for like the owner doesn't do that shit. You know. And that's
he's chill, bro.
He's
super chill.
That's what I feel like. Not even my role, but I feel like, you know, sometimes motherfuckers be like, oh, I'm gonna go pull out this car. I'm like, no, you can't do that, bro.
Yeah, that's the way. It's a culture.
Last time we was on a drill, I think we was chasing you on your bike, and I shot, and then I remembered, oh, no shooting during the day, because it was like 6 a.m. or something in the game.
Yeah.
And I was like, no shooting during the day, because it just became daytime. And then the dude started shooting in my car. I was like, no, stop shooting, because he's like, why? He's like, he's right fucking there. I can head tap him. I was like, bro, it's like, it's not even that, bro. It's daytime for one, and for two. Yeah. This is RP, you know, you missed a shot, boom, boom, okay, yeah. You just gonna keep chasing him. Yeah, it's what it is, bro.
Yo, that's tight, bro. Yeah, that's perfect.
And like, to really follow the rules, and that's why I was telling that little kid in the open lobby, I was like, you really gotta follow these rules, gang.
Yeah. So, so for you, so you understand going forward, like how I'm doing this, like, I, you know, the amount of hours that I'm able to run this, well, what that does is I'm able to train people to play without me and to play with other people the same way, right? So that it's the same. Like if I'm in here or not, everyone should be the same. Because if I find out one time someone does something that's literally not, like, people make mistakes, bro. I'm not talking about mistakes.
All the time, yeah.
I'm talking about people who literally make mistakes and then tell you to F off and say that you're wrong because you caught them making a mistake, bro. That's the weird stuff I don't deal with. So if everybody's cool, you know what I'm saying? You know, bro, there's people who will gaslight. I can't stand gaslighting. You know what gaslighting is?
Bro. Me and my girl purposely gaslight each other, like, just to be like goofy about it.
To be funny about it? I can't, bro. I'm not even.
No, you don't fuck with none of that funny shit. No,
not a zero. No, bro. Okay. Yeah, and
that's
that's what happens in this. Yeah, that's what happens in this RP world is people come and gaslighting each other, and then it just destroys the whole community. But they find out with me.
And true.
Exactly, bro. I sniff that out. So if people don't like honesty and don't like being straightforward and truthful, then they don't come in here. They literally find that out before they get in here. And then if they get in here trying to lie to me, I disappear. That's it. Like I said, I probably won't have it happen. I would be real surprised if it happens. I'm already prepared to handle one person who's giggling as a troll. Like, haha, I tricked you. I got through your whole process. It took all 4 days, 2 weeks to get in here, and I blew everybody up, and then I just disappear. I don't even hear him talking no more. I disappear, bro. It's that simple. So I don't think I'm even going to deal with that weirdo stuff. When that's happening, bro, I just watched another RP stream, and they literally like, this must be the dopest RP out there on PS5. And I'm like, what? And we watched it. And it was so just bad, bro. I'm very aware of what's going on in the RP, and I'm meaning like how to produce extreme fun for people.
Well,
and this is just for
like,
until the game's over.
It's like,
I'm not even tripping.
You can like really run this shit, not even run this shit the right way, but it's like have fun because, bro, I ain't gonna lie. Every day I'm in here, I'm having fun. It doesn't even matter if I'm bored. Standing on my porch, I am still having fun because I can't even do that, you know. Like, this shit's crazy.
Exactly, and that's what I'm saying.
All of it's crazy to me. Like, the shit that you do with this game is wild, bro.
Okay, so just be patient with me, though, because I've got to go and work my way through those times where I'm willing to orientate somebody, able to orientate them. Like, I got to work in real life. Like, I still do other things in real life as I'm doing this, too.
You in IRL, so, like, I know you got hella shit to do.
multiple stuff, right? Okay,
Yeah.
so basically at this point, I'm able to go in my house and let my lobby stay open to where whoever happens to have the day off, they're filling the game, bro. They're like, oh, I just want to get RP. Let me jump in it. They know that they can come to my place at any time, whether
Yeah.
I'm on or not. And then if they happen to bump into me in the RP, that's more realistic. Or if I happen to have this desire to come over here and be like, hey, I'm ready to talk to you about, because I came over here with intention, right? We got into some deeper stuff, but I'm over here getting excited because we're going to get one of your homies in here, and now you're going to be able to, you're not far from owning this place yourself, and then
Yeah.
you would need to train him, but I'm going to be here this first time and train both of you, right? Like, set the standard, and then by the next homie you bring in, maybe I don't even got to be here. Now it's you and the other homie, and then you're here like, bro, this is how it be.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So like there's a way of leveling that out. I want to level people up and out to where I work with them to where everything's over here running the way it should, like a gas station. There's like 3 of you, your block's running, and you can imagine, bro, what I'm trying to do here. But I'm saying you got to be patient, because it's going to take a little bit of time for me to work with each person to get them in, get them trained.
Oh, no, for sure.
And have them also understand. Here's what it is. Okay, imagine I'm technically leaving out one process of the step here without saying it, which is after job training, I play with people. I got to play with them. I got to pull them over.
Test how they.
I got to shoot out with them. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And then they see how I do it, and they have those mistakes, and we get in those like coaching
you and me
moments
did,
where
like last week, bro.
Yeah, it keeps happening. This is just how it is. And then and this is how I did this in real life when I run my business. My employees, I'll work beside them for a while and then hand it off to them. But I'm not just completely handing it off ever. I'm always somebody who will pop in and do my thing. Well, they either like me or hate me, and if they hate me, it's probably because they don't like being an honest person, and that sticks out, and then they don't stay long. Like, it's not, bro. People lie to people, and it hurts, and then people tell the truth, and it hurts.
Oh yeah.
Either way,
but I rather tell the truth and hurt somebody, and then them know the truth, than me have to build a lie.
Trust, bro. Trust is it. Yeah. Trust is where it's at. Like, trust is where it's at for sure, and that's the one way to either build it or destroy it within one move is a simple lie. Especially when you're looking somebody in the face, bro, and all that weird stuff.
Like you can see, like that person, you see
negative
who they
vibes
are,
or
and
good vibes. Yep, that's facts.
I feel like vibe is a very real thing.
Yeah, I mean that it's like I think
energy.
I've heard that. Yeah, well, this is what's crazy. Scientists who don't even really believe in God believe that. Okay, they were saying that they knew the world was made out of, like, all matter was made out of atoms, or supposedly they broke it down to a further step and figured out that
I've seen that.
Yeah, they said that everything's made out of sound waves. Everything's a frequency.
Yeah, it's
and what's interesting,
they built it from an atom. They said everything was an atom, and then I just heard some shit about this the other day too, and they broke it down even further, and I was like, what the fuck?
Okay, so in that same study, I was hearing about this. They were saying, okay, so what's trippy is they were saying, so like this concrete we're standing on, it's actually a sound wave. It's not just particles, right? Okay, so everything's got a vibration. Well, now you're getting into conversation. Like, we're standing here, but the one thing that's changing everything around us is the fact that I'm saying something from inside of me, and you're understanding what I'm saying. That is changed. That's much different than a lot of things around us. Okay, so the fact that we can communicate like that in itself is like a technology almost that the creator put in us. It's a trippy thing, bro. Like I'm just continuing to let words roll out of my mouth, and you're
shit
following
to me, and it's like I'm not
crazy.
even. I'm like understanding it, and then it's like, bro, what the fuck?
It's through vibration. It's
but
through
at
vibration.
the same time, it's like you're telling me that it's through vibration, so I'm like understanding you like a normal person. But now I'm thinking about it, and it's tripping me out.
Okay, now watch this. These scientists supposedly have pulled out conversations from the walls of buildings from like the 1950s, bro, using computers, because our voices are vibrating and the material around us is absorbing the vibrations.
You caught doing some fuck shit with that, bro.
That's crazy. I never even thought of
Bro,
that, bro.
they
That's
could
some
give that shit to
FBI,
the yeah
CIA
FBI,
stuff,
and
bro.
then they're
That they
like
probably got that stuff.
they start
That's
testing the
crazy.
walls and see,
Okay.
oh, this person said, oh, we're gonna sell this
Yep.
shit at this time and this
Yep.
time, and then
All
boom,
kinds of stuff.
they got that
Because
shit.
they think there's nothing around. Okay. Now on top of that,
Bro,
the beginning of the Bible, God spoke everything into existence. He spoke light before the sun was even created. Yeah. Everything is plus prayer, bro. Praying is meant to be done out loud. Nobody's really teaching people how to pray, but we're supposed to pray out loud, audibly. By praying out loud, we actually can change the matter around us, healing people's bodies. And when you pray out loud, bro, I would tell you most people on the planet, when they say they pray, they're going to say that they think good thoughts in their mind. But prayer, if you look at least the Bible,
I mean, I do
or as the
legit
Bible is an
prayer in
example.
my head. Like I do, like
Oh.
that's legit. It's like if I was on my like knees at the end of my bed, like out loud praying, but it's
Yep.
in my head, and I'm
This is
sitting
normal. I'm going
crisscross
to
on
tell
my
you.
bed.
I'm going to tell you the difference now with
Yeah.
what I'm saying is going to be able to change your life, where you'll see these synchronicities amplified because you're specifically. This is what's weird is humans have this part of our brain that fires off when we look at, like right now, I'm looking at your character, and it even went into like a first person view because I'm standing here. Okay, well when I look at a human, 2 eyes, a nose, a mouth, and ears, my brain registers that I'm speaking to a human actually. So we feel comfortable to speak out loud now, like this is okay, right? As soon as
Yeah.
I'm standing over here by myself and I see nobody here, even in this game it feels weird because I'm talking to the wall over here. Okay, well this
But
is
now
where
it
it
feels
gets
like
really
you're like talking, but it's
You're-
like you're not even talking to me. So it's like, what the hell?
Exactly. Now, let's say you're not even here, bro. Let's say you're not even here, and now I'm supposed to just talk to somebody I've never seen before, and I'm supposed to talk out loud. It is very uncomfortable, and people do not get taught this. But I'm saying that there is a way that you
To
open
get
your mouth
comfortable?
and start talking. Bro, you get comfortable by going into this presence like a witch goes in to worship Satan.
Yeah.
You literally can go in and worship God by talking out. He wants to hear you talk to him. He wants you to tell him all of your worries and concerns. He doesn't really want you going to people for that. He wants you to go to him for all your concerns, all your dreams, all that stuff, because when you do that, you're going to turn your ass around and run into some Whoa, you're gone. Whoa, that was crazy. Whoa, bro. Whoa, what the heck? You just reappeared. Whoa, that was cool. Whoa, I just got the chills, bro. That was funny. That was funny. See, and just so you know, the God of this creation has a sense of humor too. In fact, the Bible says that when there's two or more that are gathered and are communicating like this and talking about God, that he's here in the middle of them. The Bible says that literally, that when there's two or more people
I feel
talking about God, that he's there in the middle. Exactly, bro. That you can't fake that, okay?
Nah, bro, like
right?
you don't even understand. Like
That's true, and
I feel it,
and
bro.
that's not about me, bro. That's not about me, but that's about being used like a microphone or a speaker for God, right? Because I pray in the morning that God uses me. I pray for divine appointments that God would use me, however He wants to use me, so that I'm not selfishly. Because I'm a selfish person, bro. I'll walk right by people that I could maybe change their life, but at the same time, God has not called us to change everybody's life. This is not a conversation that I have with everybody. Literally, it's the conversation I have when God wants to talk to somebody, not me, I feel like. Like, I just follow what I believe God wants to speak through me at times. And I'm not trying, it just happens. It's literally, the Bible talks about that. The Bible talks about how when you spend time in the presence of God like that, talking with Him, that if you basically give your you basically worship him essentially, right? Because we all worship someone or something on this planet. Do we worship ourselves, like our ability to choose ourselves? Do we worship our mom, our sister, our dad, our brother, our girlfriend, our wife? God is jealous. He wants us to worship only him as the creator first, and then he'll teach us how to love everybody else around us properly. But we don't even know how to love properly without going to him first. And so if we don't worship him first, then we start to worship ourselves or other things, and then we don't make the best choices when we are in relationships with people. But God is think about the creator of the universe, the creator of this planet, the creator of the idea of a man and a female, a male and a female getting together and producing humans.
Yeah.
Like, that's an interesting fact that God, the creator, created us to do that, and we kind of just are like, Yeah, you know, it's cool. Like, we get used to that fact that how many babies were just born today? Well, okay, so here's the thing is God wants us to go to him daily, and if you talk to him out loud, it gets his attention and it gets the angels' attention. There's angels that are waiting to be dispatched to go ahead of you to, and essentially you're dispatching angels in current time, but the truth is that God knew about this conversation before we had it. He knows everything before it happens, right? But for us, we're just going through our life making this decision and that decision, which leads us to different spots.
Yeah.
But he knew you were going to meet me on the game. He knew that we were going to have these conversations. I know that I went to ministry college. I went from being a wannabe gangster in the 90s to believing in God because I got out of juvenile hall, and there was this girl that I liked. And she's the girl I used to go to for like the parties, like where's everyone meeting up. And then I hit her up after I got out of juvenile hall, and she's like, yeah, I got a party for you. And I'm like, yeah, okay, let's do this. And then she's like, yeah, meet me at this place, blah, blah, blah. She's like, it's a church, though, just so you know. And I'm like, church? Okay. I just got out of juvenile hall, and I went to church at juvenile hall, so I was already opened up to it. But I went to go meet her at this church youth group, bro, and then the pastor was like, it was like he was talking right to me. And then I went down to the altar and did this whole ceremony thing they do, and didn't even know that was a thing. Felt the whole weight lift off me, and then I kind of just went about my life for a couple years until I started changing my life completely. And once I started praying to God and talking to God directly, that's when stuff got for real, bro. Like, it's the equivalent to, like I said, witches who do the same thing, who do seances and speak out loud for a reason. The evil side understands to tap into the evil side of the spirit realm, that they can speak out loud and use music and stuff like that. So music was made not by humans. Music was made by the Creator, and he didn't make it for just any reason. He definitely didn't make it for Satan, Lucifer, who was the bearer of light, the most beautiful creation he'd ever made as a human, supposedly. It said that when he walked, that music, his bones were like flutes, and his bones were like stringed instruments. That music came from his being. So he was the choir, or he was the leader of the angels who worship God 24 hours a day. He's got music playing for himself, that the music is propping him up, worshiping him. Well, these angels are led by Satan, and Satan was, if you can imagine, standing in front of all these holy angels worshiping God, and he's there leading them, but he starts getting a little cocky and prideful, like, you know what? I could do this myself, bro. They need to follow me. And he convinced a third of the angels to follow him, and these are the fallen angels, the demons, right? Okay, well, music is being used on this planet, and the scriptures say that God gave power to Satan to give power to whom he wants to in this planet. So it's not that Satan has the power, it's that he has the power to give the power. So if people will worship him, then God now knows people's hearts. And there's no excuse by the time we get to heaven, Judgment Day, right? Whether you die before or whether you're raised from the grave and you wake up and you're before the Almighty Creator saying, hey, what did you do down there in my trial run? Do you love me? Do you spend days with me down there? What do you think, you're going to come spend every day with me now? Like, why would people who don't want to worship God now want to worship him for... Now, wait a second. We're not worshiping God forever. There's a scripture that people messed up, and for some reason they got us believing heaven is clouds, and that we're going to be just singing in heaven in the clouds. When I say heaven, people picture a fluffy cloud and a cartoon-looking angel. That doesn't sound fun at all, bro. We're humans, and we were made in the image of God. Like, if God has a face, it looks like our face. It doesn't look like something weird, because it straight says he made us to look like little mini him. Okay, well, heaven is going to have trees and all the stuff we like and sunsets, and it's going to be pure, beautiful, no pain, no tears, no bills. Bro, this is what's trippy about what this... Okay, so the scriptures actually don't describe heaven as clouds. It describes it as a new earth, an earth that is perfect in every way forever. There is no death. Okay, well, again, this is where we're at now, bro. As humans, we're in this trial period where we get to decide.
Like, this is just like basically like a pre-game before the actual game.
Yeah, because it's like you have a
early release.
Yeah, you get to test people's choice making to see, are they robots? Are they going to love you because they have to out of obligation? Or are they going to choose through all of these little mini decisions that we call life to where, however much time we get, did we choose to just not look around us and acknowledge that there's an all amazing creator? Because here's the problem is Satan has the power over this world to deceive humans away from that idea. So when you and I stand here and talk about, hey, look around you, you can see there's a God, he doesn't like that kind of conversation. And because as soon as we talk about that stuff, we start thinking about that. And then we're no longer just flesh and bone. We're in our spirit, bro. Our spirit, the Bible says that our spirit literally needs to be fed daily. That if you feed your flesh daily, it's going to be one or the other that's on top. It's like a workout, and you either feed your flesh by giving into its emotions and its little crybaby tantrums at once, and I need this right now, I'm hungry, I have to eat now, like all these like emotional things versus logic. It's like, do you live your life in emotion? Do you live your life in logic? So by living through the logic side and suppressing those emotions, that putting them where they belong when they belong, you start to exercise your spirit versus your flesh. People who get angry and crash out, they're exercising their flesh. I'm like that, bro. I could be that way, but I've exercised my spirit so long now. Here's how I've
self-control for 2 years, because I used to be like, I threw desks at teachers. I used to fight
fist through window or break
soap dispensers in the bathroom, like all that shit.
Oh yeah, whatever's close, bro. Yeah. Okay, so here's the thing. Now I gotta say this, bro. Out of all of the different belief systems that are on the planet right now, it's 2025, bro,
there's like
and I still can't
40 of them, bro.
Yeah, but I still cannot find anything. This is what's weird, is I'm from the streets, and I came from, when I say from the streets, in the 90s, I'm saying I wanted to be a gangster. Right. So I didn't want to be I didn't want to be a Christian or a Muslim or a Jewish person. I didn't want to read no books. I didn't want to go to no church, no mosque, no nothing, right? That's not me. I wasn't brought up like that. My family, my household was like the TV show Cops. Like, my mom was getting beat up all the time. She was beating dudes up. Like, my neighbor was a straight Hell's Angels. Like, my house was crazy. I'm at 13 already. Oh shoot! By 17, all the stuff we tried, bro, and I'm seeing now, like, it's changed. Like, my generation are the parents now, and they're trying to slow that stuff down. Like, what I'm saying? Like, crazy stuff that we were doing at 13. I mean, when I was locked up, these kids were 17. And they had the mentality of 35-year-olds, which I know that still exists out there, but I mean, it's
not common.
I don't know. It's not as much. Back then, it was like it was popular to want to be a gangster. Versus right now, people got more of a, like, the parents were like, "Nah, bro, that's not even. Don't waste your time." I forgot what I was saying there, but yeah, bro, it's crazy. Yeah, so the whole look around you thing, though, like, you can use that whenever you're questioning. Oh, and the prayer, bro, praying out loud. It's going to be weird, but you start getting used to it. You realize that God is there. And you can even, the reason people close their eyes is because there's a lot of a sensory overload through vision. When you have your eyes open, you can be distracted with all kinds of thoughts. But the idea is that in the morning time, you're so much more, like, in tune with the spirit in the morning before your day starts, and all these distractions start running at you. Like, your phone wants you to worship the phone before God gets worship, and to, like, demonstrate worship is to put him first before everything. So
I gotta go to my parents, but I'm gonna take my PlayStation with me. Can we pause this conversation?
Oh yeah.
When I get there,
you can cut me off anytime, bro. Yep, yeah, no worries, bro.
All right, bro, I appreciate that. I'm gonna get back on.
Yeah, yep.
All right, bro.
Yep. I'll see you.
All right, bet.